All right. Okay, good morning, Aries. All right, this is going to be your March, March 2020 reading. But like I usually tell you guys, energy's fluid, doesn't have labels, doesn't have parameters. So if it fits for you, it fits for you, regardless of anything else. My name is Ben. Hope you're doing well. Look at that. What a great start, guys. You guys are the first sign of the zodiac. This is the start of a new month, and you got the Ace of Pentacles already, which is already a brand new beginning and stability. So, beautiful energy. All right, so yeah, my name's Ben. I'm going to do your reading. If you'd like a personal reading, information is in the description down below. And yep, all right, that's about it. Had to remember my intro. I just woke up. So let's hop right into your reading, okay? I'm going to read for one storyline, so if it fits for you, great. If not, oh well. Watch a different reading. Ooh, and you got the Page of Swords popping out here. So it looks like you're going to be having a brand new start here, but either someone's watching you, or when you have this brand new start, some people are going to be kind of like, what's the word I want? Like jealous, kind of like spying and lurking, that type of energy. So let's see. So yeah, if it fits for you, great. If I say you, but it's talking about your person, just switch it, okay? So then here we have the Four of Wands. So you could be dealing with a twin flame. You do not have to be. The Four of Wands is the 1111 card, but it also represents building a solid foundation, which goes hand in hand with that Ace of Pentacles. So looks like you're working on your stability. All right, let's see. So, okay. Huh. All right, that's interesting. So let's pull some past energy, see what we get for that. Yeah, see, in the past, there was like a lot of bullshit, a lot of drama. Could be in the workplace as well for some of you. Most likely, especially with that Six of Cups, it was probably someone that you considered a soulmate, meaning you guys have a soul connection, okay? Because you have so many soulmates, all right? You have a shit ton throughout your this lifetime, okay? But it's someone that you had a significant connection with. You know, it went past the physical and the emotional. It was a spiritual connection as well. Yeah, and then that Four of Swords. It really took it looks like it took a lot out of you. I'm gonna wait till I pull clarifiers too, but yeah. And then we have the Devil and the Hermit. I'm not gonna take the Hermit because we're running out of room, but with those two popping out, you were dealing with a toxic person, okay? And the Four of Swords is having to like recuperate and heal. Seven of Wands is a lot of drama, and that Six of Cups is representing the connection. Yeah, and then we just had the Seven of Cups pop out here, which is about emotional confusion. So whatever connection you were in the past was very draining and very toxic, okay? But the thing with toxic relationships is they're addictive, okay? So a lot of people say like, well, why would you stay in a toxic relationship if it's terrible? And it's, you know, unless you've been in one, you're not really going to understand, because even if it's the most toxic thing in the world, it's addictive, okay? Because the Devil also represents addiction, because that toxicity can consume you, you know? So let's pull some future energy now. Ooh, that's a good start. So future, we got the Queen of Pentacles. And then once we pull our clarifiers, we're going to dig deeper here. All right, Eight of Swords. The Hierophant, that's good. That goes along with what I was seeing before. Yeah, and the King of Cups. So your future, I'll wait till I pull clarifiers, but looks like it's gonna be the opposite of what you just went through. Okay, it's gonna be someone who's emotionally mature with that King of Cups. The Hierophant is about a solid, stable, long-term commitment. Okay, Queen of Swords means you're gonna be in a healthier space. So let's pull some clarifiers. So if that fits for you so far, stick around. If not, check out another reading. And yep, that's about it. So let's see. Look at that Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah, you were dealing with someone in the past that was extremely controlling and emotionally immature. Huh. Well, that's good. Okay, all right. So, I'm going to read this as your person. Switch it if you want, okay? So we're gonna, like I was saying in the past, just to finish that up. Yeah, you were dealing with someone that was very controlling. With the Emperor here, that's someone who wants to be dominant. They want to have all the control in the relationship, control literally everything about it, how it flows, when it flows, where it flows. Um, but they could have masked that as like passion. Okay, so you guys could have had a great sexual connection. Um, a lot of chemistry, a lot of attraction, but they were doing that on purpose so that you were kind of blind to what they were actually doing to you. Okay, because that happens a lot of time with toxic connections. The chemistry is usually off the charts, but every other aspect is really toxic. Okay, and even that is toxic in itself because everything needs to be in balance. So if your relationship is only about sex, chemistry, or attraction, that's not going to be very balanced. Okay, hold on, let me take a sip of my tea. Okay, so, I just saw 555 on my timer too. So the 5 represents tower moments. Okay, so that's 3 tower moments. But it's talking about major change and like all the epiphanies that you've gone through. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this person was a connection that was very strong to you in the past. It looks like it moved very quickly. That usually happens with soul connections because you feel like you've known this person forever, even if you've just met them. So you tend to be comfortable with each other very quickly. So it probably progressed really quickly into like a serious situation. Because neither of you, I was gonna say neither of you are holding back, but they're saying no. You were not holding back. You kind of jumped all in, and this person was actually holding back. Okay, and you may be thinking, well, how are they holding back if we were committed and everything? Well, what I mean is they were holding back, like I said, they were masking here with that Ace of Wands. They were showing you only passion, but what they were holding back was their emotion. Okay, so you guys could have had a lot of arguments about this person not seeming like they cared about you, or it was the opposite, where because this person was holding back how they truly felt, they were projecting the opposite, meaning that they were extremely jealous, or they were really confrontational, or they were extremely controlling about who you were with, what you were doing, who even looked at you. You know what I mean? That's a very toxic, controlling energy. Okay, and it led you to that 4 of Swords. Excuse me. To that 4 of Swords, where, and especially with that King of Cups and the Fool, you really needed to like take a break and recuperate emotionally. Okay, because you wanted a brand new start. You wanted away from this toxicity. It could have been a situation like if you worked with this person, or if you guys had a lot of like mutual friends, or because that 7 of Wands has a lot of people involved. Okay, if you guys had a lot of people involved in the situation, it could have been really hard for you to have this brand new start because of that. So it probably took some time to actually break away and actually be able to recuperate emotionally and have a brand new start. Like if you wanted to be single, it probably took some time to do that because of how many people were involved. Okay, and then with that Devil, again with that 7 of Cups, and then the the Ace of Swords. So, like I said, very toxic situation. It left you extremely emotionally discombobulated, very emotionally confused. You feel really, or you felt, I should say, you felt really illusioned. You didn't know what was true, what they were doing, but they wanted to know everything you were doing. Also, with that 7 of Cups, they could have been playing you. They could have had you and like 6 other people, those 6 other cups. Um, and with that Ace of Swords, when it's clarifying the Devil, it means that you can't get a direct answer or an honest answer out of that person. Okay, like if you tried to like clarify a situation or have an honest communication, like an honest conversation with them, you were not going to be able to do it. They'd either beat around the bush, or kind of just redirect you to that Ace of Wands where they could just have sex with you instead of explaining something. They were very deceptive. Okay, because that's what that means. It's deceptive when it's clarifying the Devil. So if that fits for you for the past, I'm sorry you went through that. But if it did, we're going to move now into the present. Okay, so presently, this person is gone. Okay, I don't see this person, like that was the end of that cycle. Okay, because what I'm seeing now is you have somebody new coming into your reality. Okay, so if that doesn't work for you, then watch something else, because this is not the same person that I see here in the future. Okay, so presently what you are doing is you are now single. Okay, with that Knight of Wands, it seems like you're kind of portraying yourself as the Knight of Wands. Like, you're very flirtatious, you're very smooth, you know, you're very confident, you know, kind of just playing off, not playing off, like putting off this persona of like, you know, just like you're single, you're having fun, you're doing whatever, you may be talking to a bunch of people, you can do whatever you want because you're single. But on the inside, you're actually this Queen of Pentacles, okay? So the facade, kind of, like the act you're kind of putting on, is the Knight of Wands right now, which, you know, that is fire energy. You guys, this is the Aries reading. You guys are really good at that, you know, flirtatious, funny, you know, kind of just having fun and seeing where things go. But on the inside, you're actually the Queen of Pentacles, like I was saying. So you're actually very loving and very nurturing, and you really want something stable, okay? So even though you're kind of like putting off this image where you kind of just want to have fun and you're enjoying the attention, on the inside, that's not what you really want, okay? So, because with this Three of Pentacles, you're communicating, or you're getting attention from a lot of people, okay? Um, just make sure you're mindful of that. If you want something stable, you need to show people that as well, because if you're only showing them like the fun, flirtatious, you know, kind of just non-committal type of energy, if you're showing that to people, that's what they're going to think that you want, okay? So if you do want something deeper, you're going to have to kind of start showing that to the people that you're communicating with. Otherwise, they're not going to take you seriously because they don't think you're taking them seriously, okay? Even if you are. But like I said, on the inside, you're still a very loving, caring person. It's just you're just having fun right now, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, if you do want something serious, you're gonna have to start to show that too, okay? Otherwise, you're just gonna manifest what you're putting out, which is the Knight of Wands. So that's your central focus, okay? It's not bad. It's part of the healing process. After you know, recouped emotionally here with that King of Cups, now you're kind of just having fun, you know, keeping it light because things were so heavy in the past. Um, and it looks like in your mental space, you have the Nine of Pentacles with Judgment and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so like I said, you're kind of in this energy where you're just kind of single, happy, doing your thing. Nine of Pentacles is someone who's alone, who's single, who, you know, has their shit together. Um, Especially financially, you could be really working a lot, but you don't have to be. But anyway, so see, I'm losing my train of thought because I keep thinking about. Oh, it's okay. So it feels like, because I'm in your mental space, and of course I'm getting mentally conflicted, which makes sense with that Judgment and Nine of Wands. So I'm feeling your confliction, okay? I feel like, yes, you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, where you're everything that I just said, but also with that Nine of Wands, you're still, there's a part of you that's still really defensive, okay? It's like you're, because of what happened in the past, yes, you're showing this energy where you're fine, you're confident, you're whatever, but it looks like you're kind of like, you could be hiding it as well. Make sure you're not hiding it from yourself, okay? Make sure you at least acknowledge it within yourself. Otherwise, you're going to suppress it, and it's going to affect your subconscious, okay? So it looks like you're suppressing that you're still really wounded by what happened in the past, okay? It's good to be confident, it's good to have fun, but don't use that as a mask for your pain, okay? You really need to deal with the pain itself so you can progress into something healthy, okay? Because if you're showing off this image where you're fine, you're great, you're happy, or whatever, you're ready for something new, but on the inside you still have some healing to do, you're going to attract the exact same thing. You're going to attract somebody who seems, you know, like a pot of gold on the surface, but on the inside they still have a lot of wounds that they need to heal, okay? And that's not a bad thing. I mean, everyone has things that they're going through, but for a healthy relationship, you need to acknowledge your own emotions, or you won't be able to acknowledge anyone else's, okay? So just keep that in mind. With Judgment there, you could be kind of ignoring the fact that you still have a little bit of healing to do, because you could be sick of healing at this point, especially because of that Four of Swords. You could have gotten to a point where you were like, you know what, I'm tired of healing. I just want to hop into this new beginning already and live my life. But finishing your healing is extremely important, okay? Otherwise, that's going to follow you into your new beginning, okay? So that's your confliction right now in your mental space. It's okay that it's conflicting, but make sure you're addressing it and not ignoring it, okay? So in your heart space, similar energy, a little bit darker though, because we have the Five of Swords clarified by the exact same Five of Swords of another deck, with the Two of Cups, okay? And the Five of Swords represents self-sabotage and a negative mentality, okay? And feeling defeated and powerless when that's not actually the case. And since you have that card twice, that's really intense energy, okay? And the Two of Cups is representing that soul connection that you had in the past with this person, okay? Because the Two of Cups is the same connection that this girl here in the Six of Cups is thinking about later on. So what that's saying is in your heart space, like I said, you have like when it comes to love in general or connections or even soul connections, like if you were to meet another soulmate, something that really set your soul on fire, you have a lot of negative outlook. You have a negative outlook on that, okay? Because of what happened in the past, because you dealt with someone that was really toxic that you had a soul connection with, okay? But just because they were doesn't mean everyone else is gonna be, all right? So it looks like you could have already met this new person that I'm seeing in your future, but because you're so closed off to, deep soul connections because of the past, you could be pushing this person away, okay? And that's why I said make sure you're addressing how you're feeling on the inside, because if you push away something that's actually could be really good for you, you are going to regret that in the future, all right? Don't treat this person, don't punish this new person for how your past person treated you, okay? Because that's not fair to them and it's not fair to you, all right? You need to leave the past where it is, finish your healing, and see this situation for what it is, which is a brand new start with somebody new, okay? So you make sure you're paying attention to that, all right? In your mental space, in your heart space, it looks like you have some things you need to address, okay? But anyway, that's the only deep stuff I really see, okay? On a positive note, you have the High Priestess down here with the Lovers and the Magician. This is an amazing trio, okay? Because this is 3 major arcana right there, and 3 of the most powerful major arcana, okay? The Magician represents your masculine manifestation energy, and the High Priestess represents your feminine intuitive energy, okay? And the Lovers represents both in a connection, okay? This is typically a twin flame card. But like I said, it doesn't have to be. But if it is, so I can just throw this out there, if you are a twin flame and you were dealing with a karmic person in the past, it looks like that was the past, okay? Your past was either a karmic person or, it could have been a soulmate, but that's why I don't like labels, because it's all the same thing. Every soulmate is a karmic lesson. Even your twin flame, you can have karmic lessons with them, because all a karmic lesson or a karmic person, all that means is they're teaching you something about yourself, okay? And anyone can do that. So I really don't like labels. So if you are a twin flame, whoever you were dealing with in the past, you need to leave that situation in the past, because your twin flame or whoever you're dealing with now is not that person, okay? So I'll throw that out there real quick for those that are twin flames. But anyway, with this energy, it's really healthy, okay? You're following your intuition and you're manifesting what you truly want in your life, okay? And it's going to be balanced here, and it's going to attract the Lovers. It's going to attract someone who meets you on that level, which is very beautiful energy. And then here we have the Page of Wands with the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man, okay? So we do have the Eight of Swords here too, but I'll address that in a minute. So what that is saying, the Page of Wands is talking about, normally it's talking about very passionate, fast communication, okay? Because this person is leaping over mountains here on a goat. It's a very, it's like a fantasy. It's very creative, childlike, meaning like innocent type of energy, okay? What it's representing here is that's how you're approaching your life right now, okay? Where you're hopping in, you're leaping over mountains, you're doing whatever you need to do to move out of this Eight of Swords energy and the Hanged Man energy, meaning where you were in the past or where you still currently are, at least a little bit, okay? Apply it how it fits. But this energy is where you were feeling trapped, you were feeling bound, you were feeling helpless, you were unsure of what to do. Your head's lit up here because you knew you wanted to do something, but you didn't know which direction to take it, okay? But that's not the case anymore. With that Page of Wands, you're on it, okay? You're moving, you're going forward, you're just doing what you need to do. And I feel like you're doing it really creatively, okay? So if you're an artist or if you're someone who likes to express themselves in a physical form, whether it be writing, art, music, poetry, whatever you do, okay? I feel like you're really getting involved in that, and that's really good, okay? Because what you're passionate about is what you're meant to do, even if it doesn't make sense right now, okay? So, all right, so that's really good, okay? So now in the future, This is more your new person focused, okay? Because in your past, you were focused on that past person. Presently, you're just all about yourself, which is good. Just make sure you're not rejecting people because of that. Um, you know what I mean? Rejecting people because you're afraid of it. But now in the future, it looks like you have a really beautiful connection that you're going to either be in or it's going to be developing, okay, depending on where you are. So we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Moon and the Nine of Cups here. So, like I said, this Queen of Pentacles that we had right here is a very beautiful energy. Someone who's very, very grounded, very nurturing, very motherly energy, regardless of gender, okay, because we all have both. And it's someone who it's also someone that's patient, by the way. So I feel like you're working on regaining your patience, okay? Because you guys are Aries, all right? You guys are the first of the zodiac. You know, you're a fire sign. You guys are the most like let's go type of person. Like my Aries friends, they're just like all over the place. They're like dragging me everywhere, and I'm like, whoa! Like I'm a Virgo. I take things slow and steady, man. Like, so I feel like you're kind of balancing yourself out there. Where if you're someone who's very spontaneous and you kind of just jump into things without thinking, I feel like you're working on that. Okay, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying you want to have that balance. Okay, that's why I have fire sign friends because like I said, I have mostly earth and water in my chart, so I could be a snail all day, okay? That's why I need people that are just like rabbits, you know what I mean? Like the snail and the rabbit to pull me out of my shell, and I need them to like sit in a shell, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to balance yourself out. So if you have like earth signs around you right now, water signs around you right now, I feel like they're really helping you to kind of relax a little bit and chill out because like I said, that Page of Wands is someone who's very very fast and very like let's just go, okay, leaping over vast distances, all right. So but that's what I love about fire signs and Aries especially. You guys are just like crazy. So anyway, it looks like you're kind of balancing yourself out there, all right? And with the Moon and the Nine of Cups, you're no longer hiding your true emotions from people in the future, which is really healthy, okay? Because, like I said, right now, you're kind of suppressing some of your pain and how you're truly feeling. But in the future, you are going to be opening up to somebody, which is really good, okay? It could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. Or someone that's just a very, like, grounded, down to earth person, okay? So then here, like I said, we had this Eight of Swords that we had here. It's representing you, like I said, coming out of that energy, coming out of the feeling trapped and feeling really sad here with this Five of Cups, and instead you're going to be moving into this Ten of Cups, which is very beautiful energy. Okay, it's emotional fulfillment, specifically in a relationship as well. So, and then here with the Hierophant, that's long-term stable commitment. Okay, so it looks like you could be moving into a new relationship, most likely with that Two of Cups there that you're kind of pushing away at the moment, or kind of just dismissing is probably a better word. But I don't see you doing that in the future. Okay, I see you trying to first of all open up, leave the pain in the past, and then possibly work toward a new commitment here. All right, but you're contemplating a little bit with this commitment because you are still dealing with a little bit of that emotional pain from the past. Okay, you're afraid you're going to be left out in the cold again like that person in the past did to you, but I don't see that happening at all with this new person, okay? Because they have the King of Cups energy, the Temperance, and the Three of Cups. Not the Temperance, I mean Temperance, but it's someone that's emotionally mature, okay? The Cup energy is emotion, the King is the master of that suit, okay? So very on top of their game. With Temperance here, they're very balanced emotionally. You can see this angel here. This is actually Archangel Raphael. So if you are big on angels, you can look into him if you want. But like I said, it's someone who's very balanced, pouring the energy back and forth. And then this Three of Cups here is about celebration. Okay, so this person wants to take you out. They want to go out and have fun. If you guys like to, like for dinner, parties, clubs, whatever you like to do, they want to do that with you. Okay, movies, whatever it is. All right. So, wow, I didn't realize how long this reading was. I just saw 24 on the timer. But yeah, all right. So that's what I have for you guys, Aries, from March 2020. Like I said, though, it's timeless. Whenever you watch it, that's good. So thank you and have a great day.